If you're watching this right now, there's a reason your heart needed to hear these words. Some of you are awake late at night, not because you're busy, but because your thoughts won't let you rest. You replay conversations, you replay mistakes, you replay moments where everything changed. And in the quiet, you ask a question you don't say out loud. Jesus, do you really understand what I'm going through? Tonight, Jesus answers you. And he says, I know the pain you hide behind your smile. I know the strength you pretend to have. I know the prayers you start but don't finish. I know the nights you cry silently so no one worries about you. You think I see only your faith, but I also see your fear. You think I see only your obedience, but I also see your exhaustion, and I have not turned away. Some of you believe in Jesus, but you feel distant from him, not because you stopped believing, but because life became heavy. You trusted, you waited, you did the right things, and still, things didn't go the way you hoped. So slowly, without realizing it, your heart whispered, maybe Jesus helps others more than he helps me. But hear this clearly, Jesus has never loved others more than he loves you. When the crowd surrounded him, he still noticed the one woman touching his garment. When thousands were hungry, he still noticed one boy with a small lunch. And when the world rejected him, he chose the cross for you. Jesus does not overlook individuals. He sees you personally. Some of you feel ashamed. Not because you don't love God, but because you keep struggling with the same weakness. You promised yourself you would change. You promised God you would do better. But you fell again, and now you feel unworthy to pray. But Jesus says, I did not come for the strong. I came for the broken. The cross was not built for perfect people. It was built for people who needed mercy. So stop hiding your wounds from the one who carries scars. Some of you are angry. You don't want to admit it, but deep inside you feel disappointed with God. You said, I trust you. But your heart says, why didn't you stop this? Jesus understands that too. Even on the cross, he cried out, my God, why have you forsaken me? Jesus knows what unanswered pain feels like. But pain did not have the final word over him, and it will not have the final word over you. Let me tell you something important. Silence does not mean abandonment. Sometimes Jesus is quiet because he is doing something deeper than you can see. A seed grows in silence, roots grow underground. And nobody claps for roots, but without roots, there is no strength when the storm comes. Some of you are in a season where God is growing roots in you. That's why it feels slow. That's why it feels lonely. That's why it feels confusing. But Jesus is closer than you think. He walks with the brokenhearted. He sits with the grieving. He stays with the confused. And he is not afraid of your questions. If Jesus were standing in front of you right now, he wouldn't rush you. He wouldn't shame you. He would look at you with the same eyes that looked at Peter after failure, eyes full of love. And he would say, I know you're tired. I know you're trying. I know you're hurting. But don't give up here. Because what feels like the end is often the place where resurrection begins. You thought the tomb meant it was over. But the tomb was only a pause. You thought the cross meant defeat. But the cross was the doorway to victory. And what you're facing right now is not the conclusion of your story. It's a chapter, a hard chapter, but not the last one. Some of you are still standing only because grace is holding you. And that is enough. Faith is not about never feeling weak. Faith is about returning. Again and again. So return tonight, not with perfect words, not with perfect faith, just with honesty. Say, Jesus, I'm tired. Say, Jesus, I need you. And hear him respond, I am here. I always was. I always will be. Rest now. Because the same Jesus who carried the cross is strong enough to carry you. Amen.